Hello friends, welcome to my channel, Nurses Toolkit. My name is Prosper. I'm a registered nurse in the UK and in Ghana. On this channel we educate nurses, prospective nurses and the general public. I'm so thankful to you for your support. You've been sharing. I've seen most of you have liked and subscribe to the channel, so I'm so grateful to you for the support. In today's presentation, we're going to look at one of the professional values, that is social media. As we all know, in professional values we have 15 topics and you will be required to write on one. It's a silent station. Since we don't know which one we are going to get in our exam, we have to make sure we read all of them and prepare on all the 15 so that when we go we'll not be surprised. And so today I'm going to take you through social media. We all know the role of social media in our daily lives today. Social media is something that we use to influence change, to exchange information, to communicate, to educate. But as nurses, NMC wants us to be careful in how we use social media. And so on exam day, if it is on social media, the scenario is going to be such that either a colleague, a junior colleague at work, is going to post something of your patient. And as a professional, when you see it, you don't need to keep quiet. You have to take action. So that is what we are going to go through today. The points have already been summarized in your marking criteria, but you don't necessarily have to write what is written in the marking criteria. All NMC is interested in is for you to demonstrate that you understand and know what you do when you meet such situations. And so in your writings, you make sure you use the first person singular pronouns, that is I will. And then make sure you have no less than 5 points. The points should not be in a form of essay. It should be in a form of bullet points. But if you can write more than 5, that is not bad. But make sure it is 5. And since it's a silent station, make sure you write in such a way that your assessor will be able to read. Because you don't have the luxury of time to defend yourself as to what you are trying to communicate. If you need to cancel anything, you just strike in once. You don't have to paint in or do it in a way that someone cannot be able to read. So that is that. I just want you to be with me as we go through. So the first point, I will recognize that sharing confidential information and posting pictures of patients and people receiving care without their consent is inappropriate. In other words, you have to, as a nurse, let the person doing it or the colleague nurse who is doing it, you have to let the person know that it is inappropriate to share information of a patient in your care. It could be information, it could be pictures or whatever. You don't have to do that without the person's consent. The next one recognizes professional duty to report any concerns about the safety of people in your care or the public. And that failure to report concerns may bring your own fitness to practice into question. And so as you make the attempt to raise concerns, you have to let the person know that it is your professional duty to raise concerns in such situations. You don't have to keep quiet. If you keep quiet, you are as guilty as the one who has done it. The next point, I will state, or I will acknowledge that sharing, reacting, or commenting on someone's post indicate an endorsement. And so as a nurse, if you're on social media, if you see people posting things, you should be very careful the kind of information you like, you share, and you subscribe, or you react to in general. So in OSCE, when you are writing, you just let your assessor know that you let the one who is doing such thing know that reacting, commenting, or posting on a picture or an information of a service user in one way or the other indicates that you yourself, you are more or less endorsing such thing. The next point, I'll raise concern with the manager at the most reasonable opportunity, verbally or in writing, and recognizes the need to be clear, honest, and objective about the reasons for the concern. And so, within the slightest opportunity, depending on your trust or your facilities policy, you make sure you raise concern. But in raising concern, make sure you do not add what is not part of it. Don't add up, and make sure you don't subtract. Be honest in your reporting. The next one, complete an incident from recording the event, the steps taken to deal with the matter, including the date and with whom the concern was raised. So that is what is stated in the marking criteria. So you have to put it, I will complete an incident report, and I will record, I'll make sure details of the event, including the date, the time, and with whom concerns were raised. I'll make sure I'll write about all those things. So you just put it in bullet points. Then the last one is you are acknowledging the need to keep and uphold the standards and values set out in the code. That is, prioritize people, practice effectively, preserve safety, and promote professionalism and trust. So friends, these are the points. You have to make sure you be as simple as anything. You don't necessarily have to write what is in the marking criteria. NMC is interested in you understanding it. You know, NMC's interest is not just you passing your exam, but for you to be able to apply this knowledge when you are practicing. And so it is my hope and prayer that those who are writing their OSCE exam this week and the next few weeks, I pray and hope that you'll be able to make it once and for all. For those who have not subscribed to the channel yet, I will entreat you to do so. Thank you for your support.